this is our first myth, and it's Greek mythology. Reminder, I am sick, so my voice is gonna sound very weird, very nasally. So, Hermes is the son of Zeus. He was another one of Zeus's affairs from Hera. Hermes' mother is Maya. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. She was a nymph. So, Maya, I'm sorry. Whatever her name was, Hermes' mother, she was a nymph. She didn't want anything to do with the gods, from the version I heard, so she ran and went away to a cave. Zeus found her, thunderstrike of infidelity, lightning strike of infidelity. And so this is the cattle incident. This is considered a famous myth. So the infant Hermes, on the first day of his life, that's right, first day, brand spanking new, just into this world, he took 50 of Apollo's cattle. So what exactly, this is just what I heard happened, and also what I'm interpreting it as. This isn't like the actual myth, because there is no actual version of any myth. I'd like to make that clear. So Hermes gets born. He just like straight out of the womb. He's there. Okay, got it. He's a demigod technically. So all the gods have to earn their spots as gods. You're not a god until you earn your spot. This is how Hermes earned his spot as both a god and the messenger of the gods. So Hermes, he gets out of his cradle. He already knows how to walk. First day of his life, by the way. He's like not even a day old. Okay. He's not even like 5 minutes old. He gets out of his cradle and walks. He walks and walks and walks. He finds a turtle. This infant baby who literally just came out of the womb. This little fetus of a baby. He kills this turtle and uses its shell to make a lyre, a musical instrument that, Apollo uses, okay? No, Apollo is very important in the story. We will get to that soon. He goes, he finds this field of cows, 50 cows. He's like, man, these cows left out, unattended. So he herds up those cows. He cleverly, as an infant little baby, he's not even a day old. He covered his tracks by making the cows walk backwards and making special sandals for himself to cover up the tracks. And so Apollo, he's back. He's like, where the frick are my cows? He left to do whatever, and he came back. He's like, where are my cows? So he looks around for a while. He can't find any tracks, obviously, because they were cleverly covered up. So he asks some villagers around. He's like, hey, have you seen where my cattle went? And just having a god talk to you and like ask where his cattle went alone, it's weird, okay? It's scary. I would be terrified. I would be quivering if that happened to me. So one guy, he's like, oh yeah, a baby stole it. Could you imagine how infurious Apollo was after he learned a baby took his cows? So he uses his divine insight to like locate Hermes, and he finds Hermes and his mother. He storms over to that cave. I just imagine him. He's tuning in with his inner like godliness, and he sees them in like his like inner eye, and he's like, he lets out a gasp. He's just like, that little baby, that creature took my cows. So he, stomps over, he doesn't even, teleport or magically manifest. He just stomps over, with an angry pout on his face. I just imagine that, this is a god. We have to remember that. So, obviously, that's not how it went. He's not, these are gods. So, he stormed over, and this is just my interpretation of it, but he points a shaky finger at Hermes. He's like, this baby, he looks at Hermes' mother. He's like, this baby took my freaking cows. And his mother is just like, what? So he looks at her. He's like, you took my cows. He stabs him in his chest with his finger. Like, you took my cows. What do you have to say for yourself? And Hermes is a baby. He can't talk. At least I don't think he can talk. It's never mentioned that he could talk in the version that I heard. But he's just like, goo goo gaga. Like, this is a baby. This is a baby who knows how to walk, yes, and knows how to steal cows. But this is still a baby. And so Apollo's like, you know what, screw it. You know what? We're taking you up to Dad. That's what Apollo said. And I'm looking at the transcript for this, and it says Paul instead of Apollo. Yes, that is noted. So, I have to be more clear in my voice. Sorry, I am sick. Okay, so, Apollo, he, like, grabs Hermes, he's, like, scoops him up. Like, they go to Olympus. Apollo storms to where, like, Zeus is sitting in his throne. Zeus is probably just sitting there on his throne, like, I wonder what maiden I will impregnate next. Moment. So, he's like, Apollo, what are you doing here with the baby? Because Zeus is, like, snapped out of his thoughts. And he's like, Apollo, why are you up here with a baby? And Apollo, he plops the baby down. He's like, he points a shaky finger at the baby. Like, this baby stole my cows, Dad. And Zeus is like, what? Like, I can imagine him, like, holding back laughs. Like, this is, okay, hold on. Let me do a skit of this. Dad, a baby just took my cows. What? I'm sorry, what took you? A baby. As the king of the gods, I implore you, what do you have to say for yourself, baby? And, like, obviously, I don't think, so I picture Zeus, he's that dad who, like, has a lot of kids, but, like, he doesn't really pay attention to his kids, you know? He doesn't pay attention to them, like, at all. So, I just picture him, like, what do you have to say for yourself, baby? Like, I don't think he even realizes that's his son. And he's like, what do you have to say for yourself? And Hermes is like, I baby. That's like, Hermes' only defense is that he's a baby. And Zeus is amused by this. He's amused. So, he's like, I still gotta do something because, like, you know, Apollo's gonna be upset. So he forces Hermes to take back the cows. And Apollo, he, like, furiously counts his cows. I'm picturing he's, like, pointing a finger at each cow, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I picture this. And he's like, I'm missing 2 of my cows. There are only 48 cows here. Where are the other 2? And Hermes, he's like, okay. So he's confronted by Apollo. So he played the lyre he invented from the tortoiseshell. Enraptured by such music, Apollo he was like, okay, I forgive you. And traded his entire herd, for the instrument. And that's how it became one of Apollo's primary symbols. And they traded again, with Apollo giving Hermes his golden staff, Caduceus. Cadius. Caduceus. I don't know how to say that. In exchange for the panpipes. So, like, Apollo and Hermes, they do a lot of exchanging for instruments, clearly. They're both linked to the gods. Both the gods are linked to communication, with the Hermes as the messenger and Apollo through oracle and prophecy. So yeah, that's how. So in, like, Zeus was amused by Hermes' antics, and that Hermes was clever enough to make the cows walk backwards. So he earned his spot as a god and earned his right as the messenger of the gods. Zeus is messenger of the gods because Iris, the goddess of rainbows, is Hera's messenger. So, yeah, they're like two halves of one coin. So, that's how Hermes became a god. How he became the god of trade, mischief, traveling, crossroads, thieves. I'm pretty sure crossroads is one of them. And trickery. Correct me if I'm wrong on anything, because, again, this is the version I heard. Not all versions are correct. Tell me if I missed anything from a version that you heard, or, like, just tell me a version that you heard. I will read it. I am very eager to know what other versions of this story there is. And that's all for today. Eclipsed out.